What is up, guys? It is Eddie from Hoodie Plays, and today I've got the team builder for week 2 of the Rookie Gang Draft League, the GGDL. The first week we played against Eddie Yan, and it was a really good battle, but he wasn't able to figure out the land mode settings, and so our timer was cut short. He was having some trouble with the drivers. They weren't installing. It wasn't just he couldn't figure it out. It was just that the drivers weren't installing, and so we had to play with a shorter timer. And the game ended where there was a 50 to 60% chance that I kill him with my mold breaker or my scrappy Pangoro with Earthquake. And if that happens, I win the game, because then I one-shot the Aegislash because I'm scrappy. But we don't know because the timer ran out on both of us, because it was the you both have a timer, not just the one does. So we figured the most fair way of doing it, since we both had a good shot at winning the game, was to just give a tie and then to never battle again without timer. So everyone else seems to have figured out the land mode thing for week 2, and a lot of them figured it out to end week 1. So that's pretty cool. So I'm excited about that going forward, and this week will for sure be on timer. But yeah, so this week we are playing against Cyberwolf and the Kansas City Kinglers. His team is the top half of this little part right over here. Actually, you can see OBS. Get OBS out of there. This right here. So he has the Pelipper, Dracovish, Manectric, Toxapex, Gmax, Dreadnought, Ludicolo, Bronzong, Trevenant, Geller, Stunfisk. Is his 10. So, and then that's our team down here. So looking at his team, the ones that I have separated are the ones that I think he'll bring. I think he has to bring Pelipper because it's his only rain setter, and he kind of needs rain for a lot of his team strategies to work. And then I think he'll bring the Gmax Dreadnought for sure. It's a Gigantamax. He's got to bring Dracovish. It's the best Pokemon on his team. He recently made a pickup to get Manectric, and with the amount of electric moves, or like the amount of electric spread moves, plus the just amount of electric Pokemon on my team with Toxtricity and Wagon Dragon, he kind of has to do something, or else he just kind of loses. So I think he brings that. I think he brings the Manectric. If he doesn't bring the Manectric, he's bringing the Geller Stunfisk. I think he'll bring Toxapex. There's a chance he brings Bronzong instead, but my team does pretty well versus Bronzong as well. So I could be fine there, and I would also, this team is pretty slow and actually could go pretty well in Trick Room as well. So if he decides to run that randomness, then that's cool. And then I think he has to bring Ludicolo. We do have like one of the hardest checks in the game to Ludicolo, but at the same time, like, it does fairly well versus the team, and it allows him to have a second, like, kind of switch into Wagon Dragon. Like, not really, but like kind of. So that's kind of where we're at as far as what I think he'll bring. He could bring the Trevenant over the Ludicolo, but I think Ludicolo is slightly better. He could bring the Geller Stunfisk over the Manectric, but I think that the Manectric is like slightly better. And he could bring Bronzong over Toxapex. I think that's the main one that I don't know for sure. But looking at the team that we are going to bring this week, we're going to lead off with Beetlejuice, the Orbeetle. This week, I'm running Frisk. I think I'm going to run Frisk pretty much every single week until I run an offensive set that's like Sash, where I can like really take use of Swarm. But I think for the most part, I just run Frisk. I'm running Light Clay with Light Screen and Reflect, because it allows for me to do some really silly calcs against the Gmax Dreadnought, and this thing will outspeed it, and it also allows me to run some really silly threats against the I'm able to run some really silly calcs against the Dracovish as well if I have Reflect. Light Screen not as useful, to be honest, in this matchup, and by the time we do this battle, Light Screen could be replaced with something different. I'm not exactly sure what it would be yet, but it could definitely be replaced by the time that we go into this battle, because it's not too needed. And then we have the normal U-turn, just give myself some momentum, just make him think about stuff. And then we have Sticky Webs, and Sticky Webs is incredibly good against Dracovish, against Gmax Dreadnought, against Ludicolo, against the Manectric, against, yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff on his team are very weak to webs, and so webs are going to be pretty crucial for us to get up. He also doesn't have a really good way to get rid of get rid of hazards. At least let me look at this really quick. Can I go back? Can I? I want to look at something really quick. Does this get? So his ability changes his type depending on the terrain. So he could change into like water type or something. I don't even know. But does he get rapid spin? Does not get rapid spin. Does he get defog? No defog. No rapid spin. So yeah, he has no real way to get rid of hazards either. So like, not only is his team pretty weak to hazards, but he also doesn't have a real way to get rid of them. So yeah, so we're here with the main man. Gonna try to set it up. Got light clay so that the reflect can stick around a while longer. But and then we have Wagon Dragon, which is a really cool set this week, especially if he does bring the Manectric. We have a pretty safe switch in against that thing, and we can put up a substitute, and it literally can do nothing to us. With 124 HP EVs, he can never break our sub on the first hit, and so we have the ability to high horsepower to kill his only resist for electric moves. Or if he switches, we've got Bolt Beak, we've got the Sunny Day. If we sub and he goes into, I don't even know what he would go into against this thing, to be honest. Like maybe Ludicolo, but if we Sunny Day, we outspeed, and then at some point he has to come back in with the he's got to come back in with the Pelipper, and so then he's in danger from a lot of the other mons on our team. But pretty much for the most part, we're going to click sub, and then we're going to click Bolt Beak on the first turn. I think I'm going to lead this guy, because if he leads the Pelipper, he's just I don't know what he does. he probably, like, if he's going to expect me to be scarfed. And if he is not scarfed, actually either way we might outspeed him. What's Pelipper's? I was looking up some calcs for some other thing. What? Did I misspell Pelipper? Oh, it's only one. He's got 65. So we outspeed it regardless. I knew there was a reason that I had that, but we have the 132 for some reason. But we do we outspeed. Actually, I needed this to be 104, and then that 152. I had to mess up. I had to change. Actually, then we can be adamant also. But yeah. So we are going to be clicking Bolt Beak on a lot of stuff and doing big damage to stuff like the Ludicolo on the switch in. Stuff like the Manectric cannot switch in on us. We've got high horsepower as well. We do big damage to literally everything on his team. Takes a fuck ton of damage. One of his best switch-ins is the Dracovish, and the Dracovish cannot, like, come in and get chipped. It just can't do it. So, our next Pokemon, we're going to go to the end. I'm going to go to Wildrew Q, the other dragon. We're running Triple Dragon this week. Pretty interesting, but this set is definitely pretty crazy. We're running Absorb Bulb and Sap Sipper, so I'm pretty sure that he has to bring Ludicolo or Trevenant, and probably going to be Ludicolo. So, it allows Wildrew Q to switch in on not only the water moves and get the Absorb Ball boost, which then allows us to one-shot anything on his team. He has no switch-in for this. It also, unless he brings Bronzong, then he has one switch-in for it. Then we also have the Sap, well, we have the Sap Sipper so that he can't hit us with any Leech Seeds or any Grass moves or like stuff like that. So this is pretty cool set, pretty straight up, because there wasn't any like crazy speed calcs that I needed to run. In Sticky Webs, I outspeed the Dracovish, and that's pretty much like all we needed to know. Actually, I did need to run a calc for that I didn't run yet. So that's a good thing that I just reminded myself. So Gudra, Tracebax, you're gonna get to see this live. Dracovish. So Dracovish with no scarf, we'll say he is jolly. Everything gets moved down to 50. So we are modest. 252 puts him at 139. Wait. I'm confused. So do I have to be timid? guess I have to be timid, but then I can be 220 speed. Yeah, no, I'm probably just gonna like not care that I can't outspeed that thing and just acknowledge the fact that it won't kill me. But anyways, yeah, so I knew there was a reason that I never went and did it. I did this a couple days ago, and so like I'm trying to run back and do these now. But there was, in theory, I wanted to be able to outspeed after webs if it got rid of. But now we outspeed after webs if he's banded and not if he is scarf. If he's scarf, then we outspeed after CQ webs. So we're not scared. But Sunny Day also, just another one of those things we're trying to, our main strategy is to get some good shit with Wagon Dragon to start the game, and then get up rocks, and then keep forcing with our different weather stuff to keep forcing the Pelipper to have to come in until it dies, and then we are able to set up another weather that will stop the rain from ever being in the game. That's essentially our game plan. So next we're gonna go to Peppa Pig, Stealth Rock, Sandstorm, Icicle Crash, and Earthquake. This thing is a really good switch in against Manectric. It does get like Flamethrower or something, but I'm not too worried about Manectric. With our big bulky HP stat and the fact that we're thick fat, we kind of take it very easily. If he's like running something crazy, or if we just have to sack this thing like from full health against like Pelipper in the rain or like something, I did want to be able to outspeed it if it was not scarfed, and so that is why we have the max speed Jolly. We are able to outspeed so we can get up Stealth Rock on the turn that it hits us with the whatever would be the Hydro Pump or whatever, and then on the next turn we can Sandstorm and then force the Pelipper to be in a really shitty spot. As soon as rocks are up, I don't really need Mammoth Swine for anything else. This feels to me like a game that we win like 4-0 or something, because there's a couple Pokemon that need to go down for us to actually win. Unless, of course, he just kind of misplays around the Wagon Dragon lead. If he misplays around Wagon Dragon lead, we just kind of win, but we'll see how that goes. Next we have Zamboni, the Lapras, which is one of those calcs that I was talking about when it came to the Reflect. If we have Reflect up, we will always live max Rockfall, and the crazy thing about max Rockfall, so we can switch in on the Gigantamax Dreadnought with Lapras, because he's not able to go for the G-Max Stone Surge, because it's a water move, and we absorb it, and then he doesn't get rocks up after that. But if we have a Reflect up at the same time, then he is not able to kill us even with Rockfall afterwards, and there are 0 max moves that he can do, and we can stall it out, and then we can rest, and we can Lumberry, and then we're back up, and Freeze Dry one-shots Dracovish. This is also a great switch in against Dracovish. Thunderbolt puts a ton of pressure on his team. So overall, Zamboni, super strong. And then our G-Max on our team is G-Max Duraludon, and this thing is just insane. Like, I think this is one of the best Pokemon in all of Draft format, because it just gets coverage for every single thing. As soon as this Pokemon gets in against my opponent, tell me what he switches in. If he switches in the Manectric, he dies to even, like, G-Max, like, Steel Spike. He for sure dies to Wormwind. He probably dies to G-Max Darkness or to Max Darkness or whatever. The Pelipper dies to Max Lightning. The Dracovish dies to Max Wormwind, and this outspeeds Dracovish after webs. And the Toxapex dies to Max Lightning. And the G-Max Dreadnought dies to Max Lightning, and the Ludicolo dies to probably Max Lightning or Max Wormwind, one of the two. They might be able to live one, and then like in the rain outspeed us and try to like sub. But that's, yeah, we'll just have to make sure the rain's not up whenever we go into Duraludon. But that's literally his only hope. Duraludon dies to Dark, Trevenant dies to Dark, Galar Stunfisk dies to actually Galar Stunfisk kind of switches in on this thing decently, but I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, so that's our team for this week. We're running Life Orb. There's no reason to run either of the other ones. You're just always going to run Stalwart. But yeah, so that is the team builder for this week. I'll probably get right into the video, or right into the battle red for this video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Later. What is up, guys? It is Hoodie from Hoodie Plays. Today I've got week 2 battle versus Logan versus Cyberwolf. Yeah, if you guys saw the team builder, you know which team we are bringing. Everything looks to be good. I think he starts Pelipper. I think we kind of had our strategy for what we do if he leads Pelipper. So I think he has to. I don't know though. If he doesn't, we're in a good situation as well. But yeah, we have our strategy set. We also have the new timer, so the new timer should be pretty helpful as well. Yeah, I'm excited to get into this. So. Actually, can you guys hear the game volume might be a little bit too loud. Let me turn that down a little bit, right there, and then yeah. I mean, it might not have been too loud before, but it's at a good level now. So he's gonna lead Stunfisk. Okay. Let me look up the speed on this thing actually. Okay, so. Down here. Oh, it's super slow. Okay, so we do the thing. We click sub, and we see what this thing wants to do. If he sets up hazards, that kind of sucks. Yeah, okay, so that kind of sucks. That ruins a lot of our stuff for the rest of the game, but it fine. We have our ways to get around. That will be more annoying though. I definitely didn't think he would bring anything that was able to. So we're just gonna high horsepower. Oh, we do miss. He can't. He's not able to yawn myself. Hello. Okay, so we're fine. We're still behind the sub. That's kind of sloppy. I think that he thought that it would go through, but now that he knows we have the high horsepower, oh, it might have been better to bolt beak. And we also miss, so he probably thinks we're hustle. We're not hustle. Yeah. So if he goes into, okay. Yeah, see, that's fine. Yeah, see, that's okay. I think what we do is we just click Sunny Day. I mean, we outspeed this thing unless he's scarfed. I guess we find out right now if he's scarfed. Yeah, I actually think there's no reason for us to not just click this. Okay, he's not, so, goodbye. Unless he's Sash. Goodbye, my friend. Okay, alright, so Pelipper down to the Dracozolt, and now if we get up Sun, we're also behind Sub, so we're, like, in a really, really good spot right now. Which, I figured it would just be so hard for his, like, team to deal with Sub Dracozolt. Yeah, it's just kind of rough. So I think if we set up our one hazard now, we're good for setting up hazards for the rest of the game. We're kind of good. So Ludicolo is going to come out, and that's fine. So that'll probably Ice Beam us and break our sub. But I think getting up Sun here is pretty crucial. If we get up Sun, we're in a good spot. Yeah, so Ice Beam will break our sub. And it looks like he is Swift Swim because he outsped. He will not outspeed us next turn. Because the Sun is up now. Honestly, Ludicolo, I'm going to look at our team, but Ludicolo is kind of hard to deal with. So I think getting Chip from Boltbeak might be our best option. Like, Beetlejuice eats it, but Beetlejuice doesn't want to eat it. So, yeah, I think this turn we just Boltbeak, and we just accept the fact that, I actually don't think, oh, he's Scarfed. That's the only way that he outspeeds me. Okay, well, this is going to do significantly less damage then. Oh, that still did a chunk. Was that a crit? That wasn't even a crit, dude. That's insane. That's insane. So he has to be Scarf, right? Let me look up Ludicolo. Yeah. Well, actually no. He could just be Jolly Max Speed. Yeah, he could just be Jolly Max Speed and be outspeeding us right now. So he doesn't have to be Scarf. But I think we keep Wagon Dragon for another day, and we go in here. Yeah. I think this is good, because this shouldn't do... Oh, God, I forgot about rocks. He's Assault Vest, okay. So he doesn't have... Okay, so that means that he's just Jolly. So yeah, that did 0. So we get up. What's more important? For sure webs. For sure webs. Okay, and he withdrew, so that's also good. He's gonna bring out the Manectric, and that's fine. So we are gonna get up webs right here. That's pretty useful. What's Manectric space speed? It's pretty fast. I think it's like 110. I need to have all these up before I do this battle. It's 105. Okay, so, yeah, I think we go back into Wagon Dragon. Because I think he just heals us, is I think what happens. But he probably goes for Volt Switch. The rocks are being annoying. He's Rain Dance. Okay, so he has a second Rain Center. Okay, that's interesting. I like the tech. I like the tech. He cannot kill us from this range, though. Because he can't break our sub. So we Sunny Day. Yeah, there's not really too much he can do at this point. What's our timers looking like? I don't even. Oh, he just flat out withdrew. He's gonna go into like Dracovish or something. Dreadnought. Okay, yeah, I'm okay with this. This is fine. I'm not letting. Yeah, and it's in the sticky web, so I'm not letting this thing have a shot in the rain. I think I just click Bolt Beak. Bolt Beak's pretty safe at this point. Because if he stays in, he probably just dies. And if he leaves, oh, well, he might not die. No, he probably dies. He probably dies. Yeah, okay. So the G-Max is now also down, and Drake is putting in literally the most work. Literally. It's just so hard for his team to deal with, man. Because, like, the Manectric just allows it to have a free switch in. And now, I think he has to go back into Ludicolo. Stunfisk. Oh, I forgot he even had this thing. It's in the sticky web, doesn't really matter too much. I'm gonna sub. Or is there something I particularly want to get in on this? Not really, no. There's really not. So I think I just sub and see, like, what it does. It probably breaks, I mean, it probably just earthquakes and then breaks my sub. But at the same time, like... Okay, yeah, we're not going to allow it to yawn anything. Yeah, we can't allow that to really be a thing. You just got to get about. Got to get behind my sub. And now he has no switching for high horsepower now, does he? Yeah, nothing wants to take a high horsepower. I mean, Stunfisk probably takes it better than I would expect. I think that Stunfisk probably takes it pretty well. Let's see. Stunfisk. Yeah, it probably takes it. I mean, it's probably a 2-hit KO, though. If I don't miss. I just can't miss. He's going to withdraw. Probably going into the Ludicolo. Oh, okay. Well, that also works. We take that as well. And after... no, even with Sticky Web. Okay, we did hit a high horsepower, so clutch. He's not Sash, so the Manectric also goes down. 3 KOs for Dracozolt. Pretty strong. Pretty strong performance from my boy so far, and I'm behind a sub. Like, it's just so difficult for him to deal with this thing. I feel so bad. His, like, team just doesn't have options to deal with Dracozolt when it has a ground coverage move. It's just fucking rough. And now the Ludicolo comes out. So we just Bolt Beak because he breaks our sub, but then... Actually, we outspeed him now because he's not Scarf, he's Assault Vest. So we just kill him. I think we might just take every single remaining kill with Dracozolt behind a sub. Because we for sure take this. Yeah, we for sure take that. And then the sun's gone, but I don't think he has. I mean, he had his 2 rain setters. I don't think there's any way for him to set up like rain. And now the Dracovish is coming out. He actually doesn't know though that okay, so if he's Scarf, this thing is still kind of scary. We'll see what move he locks himself into here though. I'm just gonna Bolt Beak. He probably outspeeds me. If he's Scarfed, he does. He's not. He's okay. So he's banned this week. Either that or he's like a weird set. Oh god, that did so much damage. Outrage. Yeah. See, but he kind of has to click Outrage because I've got Water Absorb on the on the dude in the back. So he kind of like has to click it. So he does get rid of my sub. But as we just saw, I do outspeed after Sticky Webs, so that means that he is banded this week. Banded Outrage is still really, really good. It just happened to be that, like, once I get webs up, it's really, really hard for banded Dracovish to do stuff. So that's 5 KOs for Drake Ult. Can Drake Ult get the sweep by himself? Oh my god, dude. That's crazy. And then Stunfisk is left. I don't know if he has an attacking move. He hasn't Earthquaked me. So, yeah. Is there a way for me to preserve the 6-0? Because I think I need to do that if there is. There's not an easy way for me to preserve the 6-0, actually. I think I just have to click, like, high horsepower. I do hit, so let's see how much it does. Yeah, so that's about the damage I thought it would do. If he has stun. Oh, yeah, that sucks. Wait, does that heal me? Does Thunderwave actually? Oh my god, Thunderwave heals me? Are you joking? Okay, yeah. So he had Thunderwave, Stealth Rock. He has like probably like Reflect type or something weird. Maybe Protect, but he doesn't have a way to kill this thing. So, I could be super cheeky and go for the Sunny Day to turn him into Fire type, just so I can Bolt Beak. But yeah, he really can't. Dude, that sucks. That really, really sucks. It's unfortunate. So this match, I mean, like, he didn't even make any bad plays. Like, he made good plays. He never Volt switched, which allowed me to get up the Drake Ult again. It's just his team literally doesn't have anything for Drake Ult, and that's so sad. That's honestly so depressing. But that is our battle for this week. We did get the 6-0, so that like helps us a lot after losing last week, for sure. I fully expect Logan to bounce back. It's just a really fucking bad team matchup. So, but thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we'll get some more wins next week. Next week we play Chase, I believe. So, but yeah, I will see you guys then. Later.